30-year-old Springbank. Fancy stuff up here. That's a cool room. All right, let's get it. Let's just get the Malort. 2 years old, aged in barrels. Huh? 89 if you find it back there, 49 in tax if you find it here. Rare Perfection 14, 15-year IW Harpers. I have to fold my mirrors in to get through some of these alleyways. Chicago, Illinois. We've been here once, never bourbon hunted, but we're about to rectify that situation. Weather seems to be nice, 75 degrees right now, overcast. Hopefully we won't get too much rain. Expect to be able to go find some bottles. Illinois in general has more allocations than Wisconsin did in our previous hunts. So hopefully we can find access to maybe a few more things. I know we're passing on most allocations, but I do expect to see more of them. And there are a few things I'm looking for, like an Eagle Rare 12, like some of the new things that have come out that I haven't yet got access to. We're gonna have a good day of hunting. I'm not as bright-eyed and bushy-tailed as I was in Milwaukee. We ended up in an impromptu bottle share at the end of the night last night there in Milwaukee. A lot of fun, well worth the loss of sleep that I had to deal with because of that. You know, battery's not quite as recharged, but we're still gonna hit a bunch of stores here in and around Chicago, see what we find. Let's get to bourbon hunting. This store, I don't think technically we're in Chicago. This one's a little out of the way up toward the Wisconsin line, but Liquor Barn, some fancy single malts. Here you can get a good look at the Johnny Walker in a jacket right there. Springbank 10, local barley Springbank 8 right there, 30-year-old Springbank. For those that don't know, I was told these are the Pappy Van Winkle of Scotches. People tend to get excited when I see them. I see them a lot out west and apparently in the Midwest. Here's our bourbons over here behind us. Look at a little E.H. Taylor bundle. So it comes for $99, you get an E.H. Taylor, a Glen, and one of the E.H. Taylor cigars, which I smoked that cigar last night. Didn't love it. Double doubles. I don't know much about this. Like tequila barrels, just, some of the things I've had in tequila barrels were not my favorite. I don't know, y'all tell me about that Angel's Envy right there. So see, already seeing a little more allocated stuff right here. Overall, as much as a Glen cost and the cigar, not a bad deal on the bundle at all. See, I think Koval is in this market. Koval is like the de facto U.S. arm of the still that we have, the Kote still. So they basically are Kote USA. So when we need service and work on, we probably need to get by there at some point. I don't think I'm gonna have time today, but we need to get by there. We're gonna make a special trip up. I wanna see their operations for sure. And we'll see if we find something. This is a jackfruit barrels. Probably gonna pass on that. We may have to pick up some Koval if we see something interesting. Now, I travel a lot, which means I can find myself with a lot of downtime in hotels or hanging out waiting on a bourbon drop. Now, I could sit there, I could watch TV, but what if I could spend that time earning some extra money for my bourbon budget? Now, I found an app called Tester Up, which allows me to earn real money by testing apps or games on my phone. And the process is super simple. You sign up, pick an app, do a couple of quick tasks like playing a game or answering some questions. Now, I tried it out for myself. I downloaded a game, played for a few minutes, and boom, I've got money in my account. The app's clean, easy to figure out, and actually fun to use. And the best part, it's completely free, takes about a minute to sign up, and you get paid fast, like within 24 hours fast. And some app tests even pay up to $80. Plus, it's rated 4.2 stars on Trustpilot and already has over 3 million users. Now, if you want to give it a shot, hit the link in the description or the pinned comment or scan the QR code up on the screen. Now let's get back to that video. And we have a lot of Whiskey Acres Blue Popcorn. I don't think I've had that one. Might have to try that one. Thought it said Huge Hammer for a second. I was like, all right, man, come on now. Again, the Hearst single barrels with the Willet. We gotta be on the lookout for those. So Whiskey Acres is near here. We've had quite a few things from them. These guys are kind of that grain to glass, you know, grow it all on their farm, make whiskey out of it. Excited, I've been looking for something that I really like from them, so we're gonna keep trying things until we find that thing that really pops. Blue Popcorn, I don't even know what that is. I know what popcorn is. I know what blue corn is. I didn't know there was a blue popcorn. Be fun to try it. Got some Koval rye right there. Wine, port wine. And then there's just a single barrel right there. Michter single barrel straight rye. I get asked a lot, if you want to get into ryes, what's the whiskey to get started with? Right there, Michter's rye. Right here behind me, didn't even see it. 8-year wild turkey, $47.99. All of it you freaking want. Amazing how this is not in some markets, and in some markets it's just like, dude, whiskey distribution makes no sense to me. Of course, these used to be hard to come by. OBSF, OBSK, OBSV. Somebody likes the OBs. Ooh, look at here. Fancy stuff up here. I didn't even notice. What's the deal with these?
So we do bundles here.
Okay.
So we try to bundle things people want, just because we're a small business, really trying to spread the wealth and keep it as fair as possible.
To get this one in the front, you just have to buy the whole row.
Correct.
Okay.
And for the most part, we pair them with store picks.
Yeah.
So we just try to promote our store picks as well as a lot of the items that people want.
Awesome. And then all at MSRP?
Yes.
For the lot?
Yes,
Okay.
all at MSRP.
Nice. Let's see. A little Weller Full Proof along with that. What do you know about this Koval right here?
It was fun. It was like a fun pick for sure because it's got the jackfruit in it. So
I have no idea what that is.
Jackfruit, you ever see a jackfruit?
I don't really know anything about it.
It's like a big bulb and it's got like spikes all over
Okay.
it. So then you like cut it. It's like a big.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
So you cut it open and it smells
like, what does it
bad.
taste like?
It's like a funky, fleshy sort of fruit.
Okay.
I actually should have a sample of it if you would like.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
They're sitting on the tasting bar back there. Do people come in and buy pours or?
Yes.
These? Okay.
Yeah. So I got a menu here. So yeah, and then I'll do like a discounted Wednesdays. We'll do whiskey Wednesdays.
So is there like a special, or is just everything cheaper on Wednesdays?
Half off from 4 to 8.
So from 4 to 8, that
yeah.
Michter's Barrel Strength's $10 a pour.
You get half off on every ounce. They're ounce pricing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not as bad as I anticipated it being.
They're a small distillery out of Chicago.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the distillery a little bit. Trying to process that flavor.
It's like meaty. It's
Yeah.
it's a strange fruit.
It's like a hybrid between like a plum and something.
Right.
Like
so
I just
I've
can't
made
quite place
like
it.
El
Yeah.
Pastor tacos with that
Okay.
fruit. It's because it's really fleshy.
Yeah.
So it was just a very unique pick that they decided to do.
It's different.
Yeah,
I've never
it's
tasted
definitely
anything
very
like
different.
that.
That's why I always say it's like a fun, different sort of whiskey.
Right.
It's not something you would really think of doing or see anywhere else.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on that one though.
Yeah.
Thank you though. I appreciate it. That's a good thing about trying them, right? You get to find out if they're for you.
Especially for that one. That's why you see the bottle go down so much.
You know anything about this
Awesome.
blue popcorn?
I love the blue popcorn.
Really? Okay. I've been looking for something from Whiskey
Yeah.
Acres that I could just love.
That's
so.
my favorite one they do.
Yeah, so I'll definitely get
It's
that one.
unique enough and it's a really nice tasting beverage.
Barrel picks galore over here. How many barrel picks do y'all do a year?
Maybe 10 year, something
Okay.
like that.
So it's not too many.
5 to 10
Yeah.
a year, maybe. It'll be somewhere around that.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it's a little more. It depends on. I mean, you could do a lot more, but not everybody wants certain picks. Yeah, we try to pick what we think will sell the best and what I would want to drink on a daily basis, right?
It's easier to sell something you like. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
that's for sure.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Yes, sir.
you.
All right. So you've got Weller Full Proof, that Koval Rittenhouse Rye, and Huber's Starlight Tokai finish. Like, honestly, that's not bad. I think there's some folks out there that would really love that flavor. Not for me. Weller Antique, you get a double oaked Starlight, a Reiger straight rye, and a Smoke Wagon Private Barrel straight rye. Of course, Special Reserve. Get a Knob Creek with an Eagle Rare. Well, that's a single barrel there. I didn't even notice that. Have y'all seen the Eagle Rare 12 yet?
Yeah, come and gone.
Come and gone?
2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I figured that one's going to be hard to find.
Definitely in the beginning, it'll be a lot harder to find.
Is it supposed to be a regular thing?
We think so.
Okay.
We haven't really heard that it will be, but with just 2 extra years, we kind of have been thinking it will. Especially in Illinois, it'll do this initial drop, and then I would expect another drop come like holiday season.
I'm curious though if they start tapering off the 10-year though. If it's like, why have both of those in the market?
Right. We've been hearing like rumors of possibly doing like more than 12 and kind of just having like a series or a lineup of different years.
Where these are more, maybe the 10s are more regularly available.
And they've
then
been
the rest
more
of them,
regularly available over the last maybe like 6 to 8 months.
Okay. So the 12, if they do a 14 or a 15, those would just be special releases. This would be the regular thing.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but rumors.
Yeah.
So we're kind of...
We're making it up at this point.
We're all kind of hopefully very much making it up.
If you say it with conviction, though, people believe you.
Yes. True.
Appreciate it. Now, that's a cool store. Super nice folks. They're bundling. A lot of the folks we saw up in Wisconsin holding it back for regular customers. This store just puts it out there, and then you have to buy the bundle. Y'all let me know in the comments, do you like the bundles better? If you're traveling and you're not a regular local customer, that's a way you can get bottles. Somebody like me that's just coming in hunting, those bottles are available for me if I want to pay the price of buying all the other bottles. If you're just a regular, that's not necessarily to your advantage because you have to buy a bunch of other bottles. Now, I have seen a lot of stores like that put those out. You know, in this market, they probably get a lot of allocations. They probably hold some back for regular customers as well. If you're in there regularly buying barrel picks and things, I've seen a lot of those stores where you can negotiate. And if you see they've got 3 barrel picks with a Weller or something, you can often negotiate which barrel picks you get and they'll be okay with that as long as you're kind of buying the same number that they're putting with it. So always keep that in mind when you see those, especially in a small store where it seems like somebody there, like the gentleman we were talking to, might actually have some influence. Like if it's just a clerk that's just working there on a Sunday, they may not be able to, but if you got like a manager, liquor store, department head or something, negotiate. Life is a negotiation, every single bit of it. All right, that was a good, successful stop. Let's keep the bourbon hunt going. This is what sometimes makes it difficult to bourbon hunt in cities, right? 5 miles to go. Almost 30 minutes. When you're trying to get through a whole city, like we're trying to go from side to side, north to south, kind of canvas through a whole bunch of different stores. Man, if it's 30 plus minutes in between each one of them, it makes it difficult to get to a lot of stores. So hopefully this doesn't continue. This urban environment, not really what this truck was designed for. I did find out something very interesting coming through one of these alleyways back here. You could fold in these mirrors, but once you're going a certain speed, it just folds them back out, which almost had me take out some other folks' mirrors, but here we are. We have made it, and this is GNS Market. So we've got some bags of stuff for folks. Old Granddad 16s. Oh, what are these? Oatmeal stout. Coffee and maple syrup. That's strange. Some of the fancier ones up there. Single barrel rice. Been finding a lot of those lately that are just out of this world good. They seem to be getting better and better, honestly. Little Driftless Glen that we picked up in Wisconsin. Magnus Cigar Blends. Midwinter Night's Dram just sitting there on the shelf. So I think with Midwinter Night's Dram, this past year, they put out like 5 or 6 times as much as they, like I think they went from unlimited release to where they just put out a ton of it. So it was everywhere last year and readily available. So definitely don't pay a markup for that if you're looking for it. Caribou Crossing. I know a lot of folks wanted those when they first came out. Koval 4-grain single barrel. I want to see if I can find something higher proof from them. You think a single barrel might have been barrel proof, but nope. 47% alcohol. Like, look at that little 8-year pin hook hanging out up there. Of course, Jepson stuff is local. I feel like we're in Chicago. We're going to have to find and try some Malort. I feel like that's just a thing that we're going to have to do. Unfortunately, I've been waiting. I've been waiting to try Malort. And at the end of this video, regardless of where we find it and try it, we're going to wait till the end of the Chicago hunts. So at some point, we're going to try Malort. It's going to happen. I don't want to. I've been avoiding it. You're going to get my honest review. Of course, there it is right there. All right, let's get it. Let's just get the Malort. Let's get. Dude, we bought a couple of Armagnacs lately that were fantastic. I was told in Chicago I have to try it. It's a tradition.
Jefferson's Malort. We also have a stock room. Do you follow us on Instagram? We're the stock room Chicago. He has like a stock room back there. You want to see it really
Sure.
Hopefully it's not messy.
Bourbon Martini Week is shaking things up at the Tortoise Supper Club, July 15th through the 19th. $4.95 martinis with any entree.
Yeah, he has a lot of.
Okay, so this is all. Wow. It's got everything displayed back here. That's a cool room. Looks like they've been drinking some good stuff, some Willet Purple Tops and things in here. Little event space back here. Nothing terribly rare. Boss Hog up there. I don't see anything like super rare back here, but you know, they just took what was a storeroom and made it into a cool little event space. So we got our bottle of Malort right here. I know it's not gonna be good. People say it's awful. We're gonna find out. That store there seems to be one, if you know the owner, if you talk to folks, if he's available, you might be able to get some good bottles. It seems like he has a little back inventory for folks that he might be willing to share. No idea of price or anything, but unfortunately couldn't get him on the phone and he won't be in until 4 o'clock. So we'll continue on. I'm not gonna be able to come back by here. It just takes so long to get around. Definitely not gonna be able to swing back by to see what we can find. So let's keep this bourbon hunt train rolling. It has started raining. We thought it was gonna rain. Like, it looked like it might rain. I'll take rainy and 75 degrees over 103 in Texas any day of the freaking week. We have run into a friend here, Max.
Hello. You're lucky you weren't here like 2 weeks ago. You would have been complaining. It was hot and humid, not fun. So this is nice. This is nice. This is good weather.
It's like you're gonna hate this because it's like where you live all the time.
It is.
So I'm kind of used to that. We are now at Cormos Liquors.
I actually found a really cool bottle here once. One of my favorite scotches, which is really hard to find, and a local YouTube channel, Bonding Over Bourbon. They came here and showed the case. I saw it, jumped in my cart immediately, and came down and got it. So I don't come here often.
Little Weller Special Reserve. Eagle Rare 10. I need a 12, not a 10. Small batch.
Not a bad.
Again, not terrible at all. We saw one earlier that had a Glen. It was 99, but it had a Glencairn and the cigar bundled together. And I was like, that's not bad.
Was that, where was that, GNS or?
That was Liquor Barn up
Liquor
north
Barn.
of here. Yeah.
Liquor Barn has cool stuff. They have really good picks too.
Okay.
Liquor Barn picks are great. They had a Jack Daniels. If we hang out later today, I'll bring it over. Killer Jack Daniels ride.
Okay. Wasn't a huge fan of this cigar. This is not bourbon.
Too malty.
It's American whiskey. So that instantly makes it not my favorite thing.
All the balcones in the world.
It's like Texas in the house. And of course, if you buy any of our private barrels, you can get an Old Fitz 10-year for $300. Okay, that makes sense. Got it. There's Eagle Rare 12 right there. $99 if I buy a private barrel. That might be worth doing. I mean, I don't know what they're going for. What are these, 69 bucks or so, 65 bucks or so MSRP?
I think 69, 65, 69. Yeah, you hit it right there.
The thing is I think those will be available long term, but I really like one kind of now.
I think we might be able to get you one.
You think we might find one? You're confident in that?
Yeah, they have these guys. Heaven Hill 19 and 20.
$800 if you buy a private barrel.
Should just be $800.
If anybody's wondering about the price, yeah, this is
It's
$200 if you buy a single barrel. So If you buy a single barrel, you get to pay 5 times what that bottle goes for.
I mean, Joseph Magnus for 200, were they now like 180, 190?
I've seen, yeah, they still range. It depends on how long the store's had them, right? Sometimes they're still 210, 220. Calumet 18 sitting up there.
That's 112.
It's a 100-year anniversary. Is that the 18?
Yes.
Looks like the same box.
Have you tried it?
I have one, yes.
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
I have one as well. It's so good. It's really good. I like it a lot.
I'm waiting to go back to mine. I didn't love it. Like, here's the thing. There's notes, just the flavor notes.
Yeah.
Love them. Fantastic. It just has that little harsh kind of Sharpie undertone to my palate like the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof has. And I can't get past that. I love the flavors, but I can't get past those harsh undertones.
I didn't get that. I've had mine open for a little bit,
Okay.
so maybe you'll like it more.
Yeah, just neck pour is all I've had so far. Purple Top 10 year. I figured we were going to see more allocations, and I figured we were going to see some stuff like this. $3.99 right there if you want to see YPP.
In all honesty, for Chicago, these aren't even like the worst prices.
Yeah, I've been buying a lot of these Nelson Greenbriers. I don't think there's anything there I
Have
haven't
you
bought
tried the
already.
cognac one? I kind of like
Yeah,
that
it was
one.
pretty good. It was a little bland to me. Like, I just didn't think the cognac helped it a whole lot. The honey finish was really, really good for
I
them.
mean, the Belle Meade honey
Yeah,
finish.
it's
like
not
the-
quite as good as the Belle
It's
Meade,
not,
but
because it's not sourced, it's their own juice,
Yeah.
but like it's still really good.
Catoctin Creek. I think I have some of their stuff at the house, but I don't remember much about it.
Distilled and bottled by Catoctin Creek, Purcellville, Virginia. So yeah. Okay. Their own juice.
And of course, the selections over here. This is a local.
Yeah, it's
Canadian
not
Farms.
super old. I think it says minimum of 2 years. I think it's older than that, but it's distilled by them, and it's in Illinois, Rochelle,
good?
Illinois. I haven't had it, never tried it. It's $40, so it's not the worst flyer.
Not a
but-
terrible investment.
Yeah, and it's at cask strength.
Okay, well then that
100.
we'll give it a try. All right, I've been looking for some Koval cask strength bourbon. And what is this? Single barrel bottle and bond. So it's gonna be 100 proof.
Oh, that's the organic label.
I don't know anything about that. I don't care if my bourbon's organic. Old Orleans. The Beautiful and the Damned.
They're out of Chicago. They source really good MGP stuff. That one's French oak.
Very dramatic labels.
Yes.
Very dramatic.
These guys are really good. The Diplomat, this
Okay.
is their rye. I really like that rye. It's 7 years, but some of the previous releases I think were much older. Worth picking up in my opinion, if you like MGP rye.
Yes, but we've just bought a couple of them on this trip.
Sagamore Spirit Distiller Select.
Tequila
Barrel.
finish. Yep, never not. Almost had me. There's a little Weller Special Reserve for $89. Wasn't it cheaper up there?
I think so, yeah.
I think it literally was. Okay. We'll check it here in a minute.
Brother Justice, this is also local, but this is single malt.
See, so dramatic on the label. These guys are like, just put a cross on it. They just keep it simple. Also, kind of dramatic. And completely different style, though. Another Penelope cigar just hanging out on the shelf there.
This is really cool. I don't know if you've ever had this.
Dancing Goat in
Yeah.
lieu of flowers. I think we might have bought that one on this trip already.
it's-
It seems very familiar. I talked to somebody about it. I can't recall if we bought it.
It's American whiskey. There's
Okay.
like a 16-year and
I think we bought a rye or something, though, not that.
blend of 16-year light whiskey and 6-month bourbon.
Okay.
But then they barreled it together and aged it an additional 8 years. So
Gotcha. We bought the Limousine Rye. That's what it was. I think that's the same distillery, isn't it?
yes,
Yeah, we bought the Limousine Rye. That's what it was.
This though.
Few is from up this way, aren't they?
Yes, they're in Chicago. Yeah.
What do you know about them? Any good?
I think they've been acquired by Heaven Hill now, so I think Heaven Hill has some level of control. But I like the rye. The rye I'm a fan of. And then if you're into like experimental stuff, this is cool. So this is their collaboration with Smashing Pumpkins, and it's diluted down with rose tea, I think. So they
Okay.
brewed a tea and they distilled it down, diluted it down with a tea. It's not my favorite thing. It kind of tasted like those little bathroom air fresheners with the sticks in them. It kind of tasted like drinking that a little bit.
You sold me on it. No, that's what it sounds like. They're trying some different things. Cold brew coffee.
Yeah. We do a lot of experimental things, which I can appreciate.
Look at there, Hardin's Creek. I remember when those were super allocated and hard to get, and there they are just sitting here now.
Losing their minds over it.
Yeah, I think I have one of the Hardens Creek. I don't know about that one. I don't have that one for sure. I don't know what it is. Even 2 years old, aged in barrels. Huh?
Is that the Jacob's Well? Which one is that?
Colonel
that's-
James
yeah.
E. Beam, but it's 2 years old?
Yeah, I think this is their like regular one, like the shelfer one. And remember they did like the Boston, the Claremont.
Yeah, those are the ones I have.
Yeah,
or
those
one
I
of
think
those.
are older. And
But
this
why
is
would
like
you
their
put out
shelfer
2-year-old?
one.
Why would Jim Beam put out a 2-year-old product?
It has a leather thing on it, so it's gonna sell, you know.
There's no way. It's got to be like 2 years in something else. There's got to be something more to that than it's just 2-year-old whiskey. Oh my God! And is it $79? It is 2 years, $79.
$80, yeah.
That. What are we doing, Jim Beam? There's got to be more to that I'm misunderstanding, because that makes no sense whatsoever to me. It looks like 2-year-old product, but like $70, $80. You put a leather strap on it, you get to charge $80 for a 2-year-old product.
I'm gonna read this booklet because I refuse to believe it.
Yeah, makes no sense whatsoever.
The precise blend of craft, imagination, and absolute commitment to okay.
They put the marketing hype on thick.
Yeah, this is just marketing.
Oh my God. That's definitely a candidate for WTF Product of the Year right there. Barai right there, used to be rare. Now it's just sitting on the shelf. High West has started putting out a lot of everything. The things that used to be rare and sought after now are not. They still got one of the coolest bottles on the planet though, with that hand-blown glass look.
Look at that. Limestone Farms.
Yeah, I think we've got a few. They sent us a few of their bottles.
I've actually never seen one in person.
Really?
Yeah.
I've started a little controversy because I think they sent one of these, but there was a single barrel, and I like the single barrel better than that, and somebody got mad at me in the comments. Oh well, you know, who am I to have my own preferences?
Crazy.
They are pricey, but then this one's like 6 years old for $40, is that right?
Yeah.
Like that's a great price, and then this is not a great price. And the single barrel they sent, I don't know if it was Bloodlines, but I thought it was really good.
This is an interesting story. So Whiskey Trails, this is a brand of my friend who owns a distribution company. This guy right here, Brian, and he actually did, this is, I think, Starlight, just under his own label, but he did Rum Trails as well, which is rum distilled by Seth Detling. That he
he's got the rum. Okay, I think somebody sent us an email or something and said they had the rum from Seth Detling, because I was going to try to get those barrels of rum and Seth didn't want to sell them.
Yeah, so he has like Whiskey Trails, Rum Trails.
Those were the rum that was sitting in the tequila barrels.
I think so, yes. And this is also another one of his brands, this Resilient stuff. And he just does he just sources it, just does it as a passion project.
Anything else like really Chicago that we need to be looking for?
Opidon.
Do what?
Opidon, it's a distillery in Chicago. In my opinion, I mean, it is one of my favorite producers, like locally. And then Maplewood. If you can find anything by Maplewood, I would highly recommend it.
And of course, we keep looking at these cask strength 12-year Springbanks right there. I passed one, and now every time I see it, I was like, I know I'm supposed to look for that. 10-year down there. There's an 18-year Springbank down there.
Have you tried it before?
I have the 10 and the 15, I think, at the house. I had an 18 and gave it to Nate.
I don't think you'll like them.
No, I don't like them.
They're too peaty.
I buy bottles like that because people tell me they're rare and they're really good. And then I have a few, I just have a few scotches, kind of like with the Fortalezas I've been buying. I just, for tequila folks that come over, I have a few options for them. That's all. So I have a few nice scotches for them to try. I'm not chasing every one of them. You see, I'm not buying any of those. I just have one on the bar, and once it's gone, I'll find something else rare to put there.
So a recommendation, I guess, for people that want a Springbank distilled product, but they don't like peat, Kilcairn.
Okay.
This is distilled by the folks at Springbank. Same stills, everything, the same distillery, but this is unpeated. And usually they use a combination of bourbon and sherry casks, so it'll be sweet. It'll be sweet, easy to drink. It's honestly, I kind of like it more than Springbank personally. So that's one to look out for.
Plus, you get to kill a Karen.
You get to kill a Karen.
All right, so it was what, 89 back there, and it is 49.99 in tax here. 89 if you find it back there, 49 in tax if you find it here. Okay.
Grabbing this guy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, now if I don't find an Eagle Rare 12, it's your fault. If I do find it, you saved me money. If I don't find it, you cost me the opportunity.
It's all my fault.
It's definitely raining. It's not easy to get around. It's taking all day. It's going to take us a while to get to all these stores. I've invited Max to tag along for a while here and see if he can give us some inside access, maybe help us find a few good bottles we wouldn't be able to find on our own. Maybe he could help use his clout. He's a local. Use his clout. See if he can get us into some clout bottles. Let's get back to bourbon hunting. This is Garfields.
You made it.
I found the parking spot around the block. Man, I have to fold my mirrors in to get through some of these alleyways.
See that lady trying to back in?
Oh, the Jeep?
Going with the Jeep.
Yeah, that was fun. I wanted to stand and watch it, but she wouldn't move until I did.
Found a Polish rye.
Look at there.
Polish rye whiskey. Finished in rum barrels. So I'm getting that.
Of course, huge. Gonna have to have a ladder to get to some of this whiskey if you want it. Bullet 12 sitting right there. Starting to see these kind of parchment colored redwoods everywhere. A batch Elijah Craig's. That's some Wathan's barrel proof.
I have a 8-year, 5-month holiday.
Oh, so they do have an 8-year. I walked right by the 8-year, didn't even notice it.
8 years, 5 months old.
Don't see a lot of those. As a matter of fact, that might be the first time I've seen it in the store that I can recall. Yeah.
Have you seen this before?
Never sink. Nah, I glanced at it, said apple brandy finish. I was like, not for me.
Purdue, distilled in Indiana.
I mean, it might be good, but it's just like, it looks kind of light.
Yeah, at 90 proof, a finish at 90 proof, I think, might overwhelm it.
Yep. Rare Perfection 14, 15-year IW Harper's.
This is their Woodinville pick. 119 proof.
Some Elijah Craig 18, McKenna 10 stuff behind the counter. Private Select Penelope.
Blind Tiger Bourbon. Up, all the way up there. Have you seen that before?
I have not. Aged 4 years, bottle and bond. What does it say?
Single barrel, heavy toast, slow proofed. Distilled and bottled by Chicago Distilling Company. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give that a try.
$65.99.
Yeah, it's a bit much for a 4-year bonded, but it'd be
It's a
worth
cool
a try.
label though.
Slow proofed is interesting. We have some bottles coming for the Brewzle Club where we had it slow proofed. So Watershed is moving from what they call crash reduction to slow proofing, where you just add the water over many days. Like you add just so much water a day to a barrel to get it down to the proof you want, and then you blend them. It makes a world of difference in the whiskey. It's kind of like, I wouldn't have believed it. It doesn't make any sense to me, but apparently there's science with how that alcohol reacts to the water. It makes a difference. So we have some Watershed coming that is both crash reduced and slow water reduced. So you'll be able to try basically the same whiskey with a different reduction, and it's just a whole different texture. The slow water reduction is more well-rounded, just more approachable, drinks lower proof, even though they're, it's the same proof or roughly the same proof. And so it'd be fun to try this and see what it tastes like. See if that slow water reduction makes this well-rounded and approachable.
You like coconut flavored stuff? For coconut in general?
Not a lot. I mean, I don't dislike coconut. I've never had anybody ask me that question before. It's a new question.
Really good rum.
Okay.
It's only $35, but what they do is they keep the coconuts on the tree longer, so that all the meat would absorb all the water, and then they'll split the coconuts, and they'll essentially infuse the rum with the coconut. This is like fantastic mixer, and you don't need a lot of it. It's only like if you put like half an ounce of it into a daiquiri, you don't need any more than that, and then just use whatever other rum, and it's kind of like almond joy. Is that yeah, it's fantastic. I've been selling everyone on that rum. I really love it.
We've been making the coconut cake mix drink on the mix channel. A lot of folks come over, want that. And we're using Malibu coconut rum, Sprite, to the Pinnacle whipped vodka. And so that'd be a good substitute
much
for
better
that.
than Malibu coconut, I promise you, yeah.
Are you getting like paid for this? Are you like a sales rep for these guys?
I mean, at this point, I might as well be. I probably sold like 20 bottles of that to people. I just love that stuff. It's so good. How much Malort have you bought?
I bought one bottle.
Nice. Have you got the barrel-aged one?
It was sitting there. I did not take it. I feel like I'm just going to torture myself with the one.
That's the best one, though.
The barrel aged is the best. I don't want the best one. I want the authentic experience.
They have an Amberano one, too.
Really?
Yeah, if you want to torture yourself.
Why would
It's
you
actually
do
pretty
that?
good.
Thank you. We are done with our first half of our Chicago hunts. Found a few bottles. We've got some good local stuff. Definitely seen more allocated things. I think we might find more as we continue to go. I think the stores get better and better as we go down this hunt, but I've never been to them. We will find out. I know some of the most recommended stores are still on the list for us to hit. So appreciate y'all watching all the way to the end. If I'm gonna come to cities like this, I am gonna have to get a smaller chariot to drive me around. Having to fold my mirrors in to get through some of these alleyways right here with cars coming both ways. So it's a little stressful. But we're getting through it. We're making the best of it. Appreciate y'all watching all the way to the end. We'll see you in the next one.